Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming by my channel and checking out this video today. I am so excited about today's topic because I am going to be covering the Jouer long wear lip toppers. So the top color is Skinny Dip. Oh, it actually looks better like this. The top color is Skinny Dip and the bottom color is Tan Lines. Skinny Dip is marketed as a metallic golden nude, and Tan Lines is marketed as a metallic bronze. I am going to quickly swatch both colors on my hands so you can see it on against my skin tone. So here it is. This is remnants of an old swatch here. This is Skinny Dip, this one is Tan Lines. And so you can see Tan Lines is obviously a lot more pigmented and darker. Skinny Dip is like a sheer champagne wash. So Jouer markets these as a top coat for your lips. Not a literal top coat for all you nail polish wearers out there. It's not a clear sealant. It's basically, obviously, it's shimmery and it's pigmented and it is going to alter the underlying color a little bit. But in the sense that it's a top coat in the sense that it's much lighter than a typical lip gloss and it's very moisturizing, both of which, both products really live up to the hype. So I give Jouer a huge thumbs up there. I mean, the formula is absolutely outstanding, and that's kind of why sometimes these can be really hard to get your hands on. If you go on jouercosmetics.com, a lot of the times these are sold out and you have to get on a waiting list, but the formula is absolutely worth it. Now, obviously, it's pretty clear why. The Skinny Dip is more marketed to lighter skin tones, and Tan Lines is more marketed to deeper skin tones. As I discussed in my last video, I'm a medium skin tone, so I can wear both, and I do own both. But I actually just wanted to talk about two interesting ways in this video that you can use the Skinny Dip lip toppers to get a lot of use out of maybe products that have been sitting in your collection unloved and unused for a really long time. So anyone with a skin tone similar to me can probably empathize with my struggle to wear nudes that are flattering for my skin tone. The struggle for the right nude is second only to the struggle for the right pink that I talked about in my last video. So oftentimes what happens, because I am Indian and I am, medium skin tone that's kind of bordering on olive tan, and I tan like crazy in the summer. I go up about 3 shades. It's hard to find true nudes that don't wash me out. So a lot of times, especially in this day and age where more and more companies are online and you can only order it without testing it on yourself first, a lot of times colors just end up a little bit too light on my skin tone, and you sit there and you think, well, it looked so different in the swatch, or it looked so different on the model. And that's why I keep saying, I'm beating a dead horse, you have to know where your skin tone falls. And I am once again going to put all my foundation shades in the description box below so you can gauge where you fall relative to me. But so I have 2 examples here of nude colors that are kind of challenging for me to wear on their own. One is the Stila All Day Liquid Lip in the color Caramello. And here's the other thing I wanted to point out. Caramello actually looks a lot more pink on my hand, and it looks very whitish nude on my lips, because my lips are very, you can see some pink in there, right? It's a nude, but it's a pinky nude. On my lips, I'm not kidding you guys, it looks completely nude bordering on white. So quick tidbit is to also realize that if your lips have pigment, it's going to alter the color, so you can't always go by a hand swatch. So Caramello is hard for me to wear. I can wear it on its own, it is doable, but I always shy away from it because I do feel a little uncomfortable and like I'm being completely washed out, because these do also dry completely matte. So what I do with nudes like this, I also have Kylie Cosmetics, the color Exposed. Kylie says it's one of her favorite nudes. I can see why. It is a good color, it's a good formula. The problem with this one is that it might shade-wise be right for my skin tone, but the undertone is way too warm for me. So just to recap from the last video, I'm medium skin tone with neutral undertones but the neutral undertones, definitely I'm on the cooler side. So for MAC, for example, they match me to neutral cool, NC37 or NC42. And I can also wear cool colors like purples, berries, and mauves, and cool reds much easier than I can wear peaches and oranges, right? So any lip product is color that has a nude undertone is, I apologize, any lip product that has a warm undertone, whether it's nude or whether it's brown, like I'm going to show you one in a few minutes, is going to be harder for me to pull off on my skin tone. And once again, I cannot stress enough, it's really important to know your undertones when you're looking at lip products. So, but at the same time, I got this in a holiday set last year and I ordered this several months ago, so it's a little too late, and plus, sometimes you can't return things. So what's been so amazing is to take the color Tan Lines, which is a metallic bronze, and wear it over these colors. So that's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing Caramello by Stila with Tan Lines on top. And now, I mean, I think honestly there's a lot of daylight coming in through the window, and so it might be washing me out a tad. Some of you might still be sitting there thinking, oh, that's a little light for her. But to be honest, in person, I think it looks great. The Tan Lines, the bronze color, the pigment in this lip topper really adds some warmth to the nude that's otherwise like a milky white nude on my lips. And also the shimmer adds some dimension, because when you have a lip color drying matte, it's going to flatten you out a little bit. And usually that's a really good thing. I mean, we don't want glitter on our lips as we're walking around, especially in, professional environments and things like that. But if it's the wrong color and then it's matte on top of it, it's going to wash you out. So it's been really amazing to be able to dig out some of these products that have kind of been lying there and not being used in my collection, and use one simple product that feels great on the lips and it's lightweight, but it really does alter the effect of it, and all of a sudden I feel completely comfortable wearing this and it looks really flattering. So that is Tan Lines. So the other way, we have one other lip topper here, which is Skinny Dip. And this is interesting because this was a little less intuitive of a product for me to be like, oh, that's how I'm going to use it. But that's why I'm also really excited to share it here. I wear a lot of brown lipsticks. I know brown is kind of a love-hate thing. There's a lot of people that really hate wearing browns and think it looks terrible on them, which again, use your discretion, and you guys know best what works on your skin tone. For me though, browns actually tend to be really flattering, and I personally love the 90s taupe, I think it's the Jennifer Aniston lip or whatever people call it. So I have a ton of browns in my collection, but browns are just like any other color. They have undertones. And so basically where I start running into problems is if I have liquid lips that have warm undertones to them, because once again, warm undertones clash with my natural skin tone and it just looks unflattering. I'm not really sure how to describe it to you guys other than it just clashes. And the warmth of the color really comes out, and it just kind of makes my skin look sallow and yellow, and like the whole effect is really unflattering. So basically one example of that, and again, I own a ton of products from Kylie Cosmetics. I've had pretty good experiences. That's why I keep buying from her. So this is by far not, a video trying to trash her at all, but I'm just trying to give you guys examples of when an otherwise really good color could go wrong on your skin tone and how to possibly balance it out with other products. So this is Kylie's color in the color Brown Sugar. And if you guys look on her Instagram or on her website, the swatches look really incredible on her models and on herself. But for me, again, this is a very sorry about that, that was my phone. This is a very warm brown, and on my skin it just doesn't look that flattering because it looks very warm and just it clashes. So basically what I do with Skinny Dip, because this is a lighter color in terms of shade, I take my darker warm shades and I put Skinny Dip over top. And what that does, once again, is that it basically adds, the shimmer in Skinny Dip adds an element of dimension to the color, so that at least like you still have the color peeking through, but you have a little bit of champagne on top to neutralize it, and you more importantly have a wash of shimmer to kind of bring the color to life. Otherwise, any color with a warm undertone that dries matte on my skin tone, once again, not to repeat myself, but it just completely washes me out. So the champagne in the pigment in the lip topper really neutralizes the warmth of the color, and the shimmer really enlivens it and adds that kind of shimmering dimension. So once again, I want to say I own a ton of her lip products, and I actually really do like this product in general, the lip kits. I think the formulas are fantastic, and you know, you can look on YouTube to see so many other people review it. This is not a video trying to tell you guys that these products are not good. If anything, it's to help you get more use out of products in your collection that might similarly be too light for your skin or too warm for your skin, and kind of show how a product like this can really, really help. I mean, you know, I've been in the beauty space for a while. I think the concept of lip toppers is pretty unique. I mean, you don't hear about a top coat for your lips very often, you know, especially one with such an amazing formula and really, really good pigmentation. So I thought, you know what, I'm right in the middle of the spectrum. I'm not a light skin tone, I'm not a dark skin tone, I'm right in the middle. I own both, and I have a ton of other liquid lips to play with in terms of creating combinations that might be helpful for you guys. So once again, I mean, if you can relate to me and you have nudes in your collection that wash you out and you just, you know, look kind of sick and pale and dead, it's worth giving tan lines a try, even if you're not a super dark skin tone, because tan lines, once again, will add the depth of pigment and it will add the dimension of the shimmer. Or conversely, if you like browns like me, but you've steered into kind of the wrong browns and you're noticing, why is it that this particular brown clashes and doesn't look that good and therefore I don't wear it that much, it might be worth trying a product like Skinny Dip, because it, once again, the champagne will kind of neutralize the color and the shimmer will add some dimension. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to digging out some of the colors, both the nudes and the browns, that I've been neglecting recently. I've been getting so much use out of these two because I've been experimenting with so many combinations. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love talking to you today, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.